This video is sponsored by Wix. Hi everyone, today I'm going to be showing you how I set up SEO on my website so I can be listed on Google and found by clients. I'll also be taking a look at some of the business tools Wix offers and how I'd use them as a freelance animator. If you want to build your own professional website with Wix, you can click the link in the description. So to start, I'm going to go to my website dashboard and from the menu select Marketing and SEO. And then get found on Google. So it's in the menu and it should be on your page as well. For my business name, I put kdsketch animation. Kdsketch is what I go by online and all my socials are the same, so it's all linked together. If I want to change this later or just change it back to kdsketch, I can do that in my dashboard settings. After that comes the business location and I just chose online as I work from home. But if I ever get a studio space, I can then edit this and put an address in. In this next window, I need to add in 3 tags for what I do or what services I offer. I would class myself more as a generalist because I do a bit of everything, especially when I make my YouTube videos. But for this, I will be adding in keywords for the work that is on my site and the work that I want to be hired for. And as I go on and make more work and focus on what I'd actually like to do, these keywords may change at a later date. Aside from actually deciding on what I wanted to write, this is a super quick process. And after confirming the keywords, Wix will create the SEO plan for me. To be totally honest, I wouldn't have known where to start if it wasn't for this checklist. So if there's anything I've already done, it'll be green, and anything I still have to do will be red. Filling out this checklist gives my website the best chance of being found by the right people who, when they see my stuff, will hopefully hire me to work on their projects. Going through this list, Wix has suggestions for titles and keywords I can use in each of these categories, along with helpful videos about how to complete the checks and why they're important. I have taken an SEO course a while back, but it's always a good idea to have a refresher and just make sure you're not missing anything. From this list, I'd recommend connecting a domain to your website as it does give a more professional feel and you're more likely to be considered a legitimate brand, freelancer, business if you're using like .com, .co.uk, etc. rather than whatever it is .wixsite.com. So once that's all done, I can connect my site to Google, which is great because there's not much point in having a website if people can't find it. This took a couple of minutes at most, and once my site was listed, I got an email to confirm that and moved on to step 2. There wasn't much I hadn't done already aside from adding a few links, and so when I checked step 3, this was just tips on how I could take it further. And it also gave me the option to hire a Wix SEO partner. This is a nice option if you don't have the time and need to focus on other things, especially if you have a lot of pages that you just don't want to sort yourself. If I go into my website editor, I can check the SEO for each image, including the ones I've added to galleries, and just make sure that they're all named something other than image003.png. This will take a while if you've got a lot of pages and a lot of images on each one. So I usually do this as I'm making the site and importing everything. If I then go to site pages and click on the 3 dots beside each one, I can then choose SEO basics and make sure each page is named correctly and has a relevant and easy to understand description. Reading out loud often helps to figure out whether something makes sense. Usually I'll just rephrase what I've got on the page to fit the description. So in this menu, you can see the preview of what this will look like on Google, as well as add an image to go alongside it. Now, there are more advanced SEO tools where you can set patterns for new pages that will instantly update across your site. But for now, I'm sticking with doing everything manually to show you. Now, for the business tools, Wix has a ton of useful features. The ones I'll be mentioning are relevant to me currently and what I expect to use in the future, whether that's as a freelance animator or eventual animation studio. I feel like there's room to grow with these tools. So first thing on my list are forms. This one I've added to the bottom of my webpage so clients can get in contact with me. It's placed just underneath my About Me section. I have adjusted the colors slightly and edited the boxes. You can move all these elements independently as well, which is nice. It's really customizable. When I get a message through this form, I can answer them through the Wix inbox or have them sent to my regular email address and I can answer them there. Super useful, very quick to do, and they have a good range of different layouts and things as well. Now, another feature that they have is automatic replies, which are great for letting people know what your hours are, if you're away or on a break. And this is better than answering emails when you're on holiday or meant to be resting, and much better than not answering the email at all until you get back. You don't want anyone to think you're ignoring them, and this also stops people from resending their emails over and over again. So the automatic replies are super helpful, and you can let people know when you're back and can expect a reply. These can also be used with the live chat feature, which I don't currently use, but it's a good option to have and something I think is more for a studio or business where they have someone to manage it. For me, using forms and email is fine, though I know when I've purchased something off a website and I couldn't find the answer on the site, a live chat has been super helpful. Like a lot of people, I prefer email and live chat over calling someone on the phone. Now, possibly the most helpful tool for me as a freelancer is the ability to generate a quote for a project and send it directly to the client. Once the quote has been accepted and the project gets finished, I can then follow up with an invoice, which I can send directly to the client. I can also download them as PDFs, so I can keep everything nice and organized for when tax time comes around and I have to send everything to my accountant. The invoices look professional, and even better is they're actually free, even if you aren't with Wix. Obviously, if you want to use the template and send quotes and invoices directly to the client, you will need an account. Final business tools that I think are really useful for myself and other freelancers are the email marketing and social media management tools. These are great for sending out a monthly newsletter if you have one, if you're releasing a new show reel or project or product. If you have a shop, then you can send out announcements or discounts that way directly. For social media, if I make a batch of content that needs to be posted across the week or across the month, I can schedule this to go out rather than set timers for myself, which I will forget what they're for. So setting a schedule like this really helps take some of the pressure off, especially if I've got a lot to do that month. Overall, I think the SEO and business tools are great for me. I like how I can customize everything and they're not crazy difficult to understand, even with the more advanced stuff. As always, I hope this video was helpful. If you'd like to make a professional website with Wix, you can click the link in the description, and I'll be back with more animations and tutorials real soon. Bye!